The African ostrich, the largest living bird on Earth, foraging across the harsh, arid plains. Beneath the blazing sun, she carefully searches for food across the unforgiving and dry desert landscape.
Armed with phenomenal strength, she sustains herself on insects and small desert prey found in the sand.
Every single calorie is crucial right now, for she is not just feeding herself today. She is preparing for the future, ensuring she has the energy required for her most important task. She returns to her nest, a shallow depression holding her precious clutch of large, heavy eggs. Driven by a profound maternal instinct, she settles in to incubate the eggs with great care. In this unforgiving landscape, creating new life demands unwavering dedication. She must remain alert, for danger can appear from any direction in the vast African wilderness. The heat is intense, but her commitment to her unborn chicks remains stronger than the desert sun. But today, a truly formidable adversary prowls the open savanna, searching for its next easy meal. The honey badger, notorious for its insatiable appetite and utter, ruthless fearlessness in the face of danger. As it scours the harsh terrain for food, it catches a scent that changes everything. It has spotted the nesting mother, a dangerous yet highly tempting opportunity for a hungry predator. The badger launches its attack, moving with surprising speed across the cracked and dry desert floor. Instantly, the mother ostrich rises, her maternal defensive instincts flaring into high gear immediately. She transforms from a passive incubator into a towering wall of intimidation to protect her nest. The fierce standoff begins as two stubbornly determined forces of nature lock eyes in combat. Neither is willing to take a single step backward in this tense and dangerous confrontation. The ostrich strikes first, launching a furious and unrelenting assault to drive the intruder away. She deploys her most lethal weapon, her incredibly powerful legs capable of delivering devastating blows. The badger is battered but refuses to yield, its thick skin protecting it from the worst. She mercilessly stomps and kicks the intruder, unleashing a frantic barrage designed to crush the threat. But the honey badger is a savanna legend for a reason, encased in remarkably loose skin. The badger launches its attack, moving with surprising speed across the cracked and dry desert floor. It is bruised and constantly buried in swirling dust, yet it absolutely refuses to give up. The ostrich continues her assault, her desperate fury matched against the badger's unadulterated and raw grit. This is a brutal, exhausting test of endurance for both animals in the heat of battle. The intense battle rages on, turning the quiet nesting site into a chaotic and dusty war zone. Again and again, the massive ostrich delivers earth-shattering, punishing kicks to the small predator. But its relentless, ferocious aggression never wavers, even after such a punishing and brutal beating. Each time it seems defeated, the badger springs back with a terrifying and unyielding energy. It snaps and lunges furiously at the towering bird's vulnerable and thin legs once again. The badger waits for an opening, and then the tide of the battle finally turns. The stubborn badger lands a vicious counterattack, sinking its teeth deep into the ostrich's leg. In this unforgiving landscape, creating new life demands unwavering dedication. The dusty battlefield falls quiet as the battered but victorious badger claims its hard-earned prize. It marches triumphantly back to the unguarded prize, a feast large enough for its hunger. With deliberate precision, it maneuvers its strong jaws around the giant, smooth and heavy shell. The fierce badger carries a prize almost the size of its own head as it exits. It is a stark, unforgiving reminder of the harsh and brutal realities of the wild. To the victor go the spoils, earned through unimaginable and truly brutal perseverance today. Suddenly, the entire dynamic of the savanna shifts as a pack of wild dogs emerges. Constantly on the move and incredibly hungry, these elite, nomadic hunters scan the vast landscape. They have just spotted the lone badger, and they instantly lock onto their new target. Known for their ruthless teamwork and infinite stamina, the odds are stacked against the badger. The pack moves like a well-oiled machine, closing the distance rapidly to steal the meal. What was supposed to be a quiet feast is now a desperate fight for survival. The badger is vastly outnumbered, but backing down is simply not in its fierce DNA. The dogs employ their signature tactic: harass, distract, and endlessly exhaust their lone opponent today. He fiercely lunges at his attackers, absolutely refusing to let them intimidate him right now.
In a mere split second of distraction, a remarkably swift dog dives in and snatches.
The dog bolts away from the chaotic fray, leaving the exhausted badger far behind them. The ultimate prize is completely gone, and the fierce badger is tragically stripped of his meal. The wild dogs turn their backs and casually trot away, their mission successfully accomplished today. He stands alone, empty-handed and battered, yet his fighting spirit remains absolutely astonishing now. He walks away with his life and his fearsome reputation perfectly intact after the fight. Just another brutally uncompromising day in wild Africa, where survival is a constant, fierce struggle. In the wild, every day is a battle, and only the most resilient will survive.